Hi, Miss Mock. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. The kids have done good today. They've been quiet during class, so it's been great.
Good. Looking forward to the weekend.
I need a break.
Good. Yeah, and Thanksgiving's coming too, so
Mhm.
that'll be
Mhm.
a good break.
Mhm.
Well, I thank you for coming in today and for taking time out of your day to come
Mhm.
to talk to me about a few things that I've been noticing in your class. It means a lot to me that you're here right now.
Good. Good.
So I've been noticing a few things about your classroom, namely being a few of your students, their grades have been going down quite a bit throughout the semester. I've seen a lot of decrease in the grades there. Have you been noticing this as well?
Well, obviously, every teacher is different, and we all have those kids in our classroom that, are on the same pace and who not necessarily fail, but do academically are lower than other students. But
Hmm.
isn't that right? Is that like normal for
Yeah.
every class?
Yeah, and I mean, of course, none of your students are going to be at the same level. We're going to have a lot of different, a variety of students in your class.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're seeing is since the beginning of the semester until now, their grades have dramatically decreased, even more so than the past, 3 or 4 years
Mm-hmm.
they've been in school. Have you been noticing that too? Is that something you've seen that they've come down a lot this year so far?
No, not really. Are you saying I'm like not a good teacher?
No, I mean, I'm not saying that at all. It's just something that, as a teacher, I want you to be noticing the success in your students and also the when their grades are going down. That's something that I want you to be paying attention to
Mm-hmm.
so that we can step right in to help them when we see that their grades are going down.
Okay, okay, I can see what you mean, but it's not quite that easy like you say it is.
Right, and yeah, I agree it is difficult. I think we should maybe talk about a few things that we can do. Let's first discuss you as a teacher, your actions as a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
because you can control your actions. So
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about what you can do. Would you please walk me through maybe your math lesson, what you do to teach your math lesson?
Well, with our math, I usually teach about a few lessons of math each week, either on Mondays or Tuesdays or Wednesdays. And then I teach all three of my writing lessons on Mondays and all of my reading lessons on Tuesdays. And then when Friday comes, we quiz them to see how we're doing. And usually Thursdays is left with whatever we haven't done for that week.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you give them a lot of freedom and you just let them work at their own pace throughout the
Mhm.
week, kind of
Mhm.
give them that freedom.
Mhm.
Okay. And I
Mhm.
do like that you're kind of taking your lesson plans into your own hands and
Mhm.
doing with them what you want. Something that I stress a lot, especially with the younger kids, is structure in the classroom. It's really important that they have that daily routine that's always the same, that constant daily routine, and also that they're being checked up on their work. They need someone there to monitor their work and just to make sure that they're doing it and that they're doing it correctly, and that needs to be pretty constant and daily in the kids' lives.
Okay, like I do understand like where you're coming from, but these third graders do not need to be babied anymore.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. But the structure is very important, and I've seen in some other teachers that are doing well that
Mhm.
structure is what keeps the kids on track and
Mhm.
keeps them from falling behind.
Mhm. Okay, well, are you saying like my lack of structure is having the kids fail?
No, no, and I'm not saying that. There can be a variety of structures
Mhm.
or a variety of factors that play into kids' success and failure,
Mhm.
but maybe if we change your classroom instruction just a little bit, we can see what kind of role that has to play in the kids' academics. I know that both you and our number one concern is for our student success,
Mhm.
and I know you as a teacher, and I know that you're passionate and enthusiastic about what you do, and
Mhm.
I know that. Well, I hope that I'm correct in saying that you're willing to change your instruction just a little bit, and what you're comfortable with if it means that it might benefit your students.
Okay, okay. I can now see like where you're coming from, and I agree with you. I'm all on board, and we can see what we can do together.
Okay, let's brainstorm some things. What I'd like to hear from you. What are some things that you can do in your classroom to create more structure or more
Mhm.
of a disciplined classroom?
Mhm. Yeah, well, maybe we could first, an idea would be to stretch out the lessons where maybe we could do one reading lesson, one writing lesson, and one math lesson each day so that we can tell what kids are falling behind and what areas we need to work on for which kid.
Yeah.
Because I know Johnny in my class is struggling with reading. Well, if I do all three reading lessons in one day, it's hard for him to keep up. So maybe I can slow down with that and concentrate on what he needs in reading by just doing one reading lesson per day. And I feel like I agree with you. A lot of the lessons are just, a lot too much to handle for some kids in the classroom if they're struggling. And so maybe we can find out what resources we have to fix this problem.
Right, yeah. I really like that idea to use the resources available to you. The special ed department is awesome. We've got a lot of
Mm-hmm.
paraeducators who are available to us.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that idea about the resources. And with the lessons, that's really great. Having more structure and just for it to be the same every week. Know every
Mm-hmm.
day that this is what they're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Another suggestion I have for you to keep the students from either falling back or just not doing their assignments at all is I like that you're giving them freedom, but to be a little bit more structured in that.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe what you could do is when you hand out the assignment, say, you have the next 30 minutes to work on the assignment, and then at the end of those 30 minutes, then we'll go over it. So give them the freedom to do it at their own pace, maybe work with a partner, but then at the end of those 30 minutes, first make sure that they were all doing the assignment,
Mm-hmm.
and then go over the answers, go over questions to make sure that they were understanding what they were doing. Just making sure that they're doing the assignments and they have them done before moving on to the next lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing areas that maybe you might need to reteach a lesson, might need to reteach a little bit, and making sure that we finish that before we move on to the next thing.
Okay, okay. I totally understand where you're coming from, and thanks for telling me this problem instead of, attacking me like every other teacher. And I'm sure for the next few weeks that we can actually work together too, so you can help me
Yeah.
with these lesson plans every day, so we can maintain that structure since I'm, not really familiar with it.
Yeah, no problem. I'd love to be here for my teachers and to do what I can to help you improve your classroom.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.